What's going on? How you guys doing? Hey, we had a hot one today.
Does it feel like the fall?
Nah, it feels like Texas.
Jaylon, this defensive stretch for you has been really uncharacteristic of anything since you've been here. Can you just walk us through that? Just how you don't get discouraged, what things you need to focus on to kind of break out of what you find yourself in right now?
It's all about understanding and perspective. Me being the leader of the defense, being a leader of the defense, is my duty to make sure that we get back on track and we find our standard and our identity. And that's a lot of the things you see on the field. We're trying to find our identity, and it starts on the practice field. So that was our focus this week. We understand that the defense needs to play better, including myself, and it's just a matter of grind. So that's what we're doing.
Has it been hard to find an identity because you've had so many different guys? Herb, corner, and he laid it early in the year. Has that been hard? Is that part of the reason?
Injury is a part of the game, and it sucks. And I don't wish injury on anyone, but we've all played long enough that there has to be a next man in mentality, and that's what we have. But we're working on ourselves. This week was focusing. It's about focusing on what we can control, focusing on the scheme, and understanding what everyone is supposed to do. And then on Sunday, it's about doing your job. Everyone talks about all the talent we have, which is true, but talent is never enough. And until we come as one, we're going to struggle. And so our focus has been grind together, our culture, our identity, sprinting to the ball, and that's what we focused on.
Jaylon, you mentioned that y'all are trying to find your identity. How would you describe what you want your identity to be?
We want to sprint to the ball. We want to be physical and make people pay when we hit them. We want to be relentless in our effort to the ball. And then it's about 11-man defense. It's about everybody doing their job. That's what we want to accomplish. And then from there, that's where the fun comes. That's where the swag comes, and from there, then you're playing football. So since I was 7 years old.
We've talked about the scheme before. Is there an element of, obviously everyone buys into the scheme, but the recognition of where you need to be and go you were in another system for so long. Is there a delay there? Do you think that factors into it all with where you are defensively right now?
We understand that we didn't have an off season. We didn't have a real OTAs to be able to really get together and understand the new scheme and learn and walk through and all things of that nature. Everybody in the country knows that, but for us, it's about, okay, how can we speed that process up? We're 4 games in now, and we're playing a divisional opponent, so we got to get it right. We understand that it's the defense. We got to get it right, and I promise you, as a leader on the defense, we're gonna get it right.
Jaylon, given your description of what you want culturally on defense, what was your reaction and what's the reaction of your teammates to what Xavier said yesterday about you can't expect guys to go full speed for 70 plays in the NFL? It's not possible.
You said, what did he say?
Xavier said yesterday, the effort's been good. On certain plays, some guys, me included, there may be a lack, but overall the effort is there. We're in the NFL. You don't expect guys to go full speed for 70 plays. That's not possible. But we're going to push as hard as we can. We know you don't expect the backside corner to go make a play on the opposite side the whole time. That's just not possible, to be honest.
For us, it's about the effort. It's about the attempt. the trying, the everyday, it's the EDDs, our everyday drills, the pursuit drill, getting to the ball. X understands that we need to get our standard right, and that's what we focused on. We gotta be better, and we will be better.
Jaylon, when you look at this Giants offense, how reminiscent is it of what Jason Garrett put in place in Dallas? And if it is, does that help you at all in game planning?
Helps a lot, but like any offense you play, they're gonna wrinkle in stuff, unscouted looks, and you have to rely on the education of the scheme in your ability and your brother to have your back. There will be mistakes made, but what erases that is our identity and our culture of sprinting to the ball, and you're never alone. It's our job to make sure that we're together, and we got to be there for our brothers. We have to, because every battle, it won't be won every single play. But that pursuit that I'm talking about, that's our identity, that's our culture, and that's what we're trying to grow towards. And it starts in practice. So we had a day, and we got to keep grinding.
What's your reaction to when people outside the building question the effort on your team when they look at it on tape, or even when they watch the game live?
Say it again. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I'm sorry, what is your reaction when people outside the building question the effort? A lot of people say it's lack of effort on your defense.
The people outside of the only thing that matters is us and us being together and us understanding what we need to accomplish. That's what matters. We play for America's team. So when you're losing, people are gonna talk. That's the reality of it. And if you play for America's team, you got to understand that.
Jaylon, where do you need to improve in your game to help raise the standard?
I believe execution on every single play, doing my job on every single play. I believe getting my guys to sprint to the ball, myself sprinting to the ball, that extra effort, that strain, it has to be done. And it's on us. And we're taking responsibility, and we're getting it right, and we're gonna get it right. So looking forward to Sunday, but right now we're grinding.
We got time for one more question, guys.
Jaylon, there's obviously more restrictions on what you can do with your teammates given the pandemic. Is there anything you try and do off the field with the defensive guys to build that chemistry and make sure that before you get on the field, you're coming in on the same page as much as possible?
As much as COVID-19 pandemic protocols allows us to do, but we still, even after work, we have the opportunity to go, do virtual meetings together. Just players only, just making sure that we're all locked in and we understand what we're supposed to do. We understand how it's supposed to be done. Getting a chance to watch film together and all of that good stuff is efforts that we're taking to get our standard, to find our standard, and to have all of that come alive. So that's what we're doing. Everybody's putting in that extra effort. And like I said, myself as a leader of a defense, I got to make sure that we get this right.